Hello and welcome to the mill. I am your host, Dusty Crane. And this week, man, I don't know what to tell you. I got a little bit of news. And actually, I got some cool news too. Let's start with the fact that if you're watching this live this weekend, Daisu Games has made Between Two Castles and Mad King Ludwig their digital version of the same title game by Stonemaier Games free. So this weekend is kind of a pay it back, if you're watching this live, you know what we're going through. If you're watching this in the future, we're in the midst of the whole coronavirus stuff, and a lot of people are quarantined. And so Daisu Games, to do their part, has made Between Two Castles and Mad King Ludwig free of charge right now. It's on Steam. I saw the complaint that it's only PC right now, but what can I tell you? If you have a PC, like most people do, then go pick it up if you haven't yet. It's a great port, and some of the feedback, like if you look at the reviews, some people had some critique, and I think I did too, about the order that you put the tiles in, but that's all been taken care of now. They did a patch and incorporated some of that feedback, so I think you have a choice whether or not you're going to place your tile first in your castle that you share with the AI, or whether or not someone else is, or whether the AI is going to do it first. So some of the stuff they've been hearing about, they have taken care of. So definitely it's a good time to check it out if you haven't already. That's the first bit. The second bit is, like I told you guys last week, Charterstone Digital is widely available now if you're on iOS. It's in PC. It was supposed to be a simultaneous release between PC, iOS, and Android, but the Google Play Store has been holding things up. They're a little bit slower with the releases now. Due to the coronavirus stuff, things are taking slower to get through the approval process, so that is still pending release, but hopefully that should be available soon. They continue to, and they being, wow, I've been talking about them all the time. Acrim Digital, there we go. I knew if I stalled long enough, I'd get it. Acrim Digital, they've been steadily updating and incrementing and releasing new beta builds, and so that is something that will continue to improve and evolve, and they're adding more features and eventually working their way towards a Switch release. So I think I mentioned that last week, but that's fun too. So that, if you're on iOS and PC, and I don't think Mac, but if you're on any of those platforms, you can pick it up right now. But I guess I was burying the lead a little bit, because really the story that I wanted to tell you guys this week is about, there's a new Stonemaier game. Yeah, it just out of nowhere. It doesn't have a code name. It wasn't anything that maybe it does have a code name. Maybe we'll find out next week that codename Draw is marked off there. But Jamie came out with a roll and write game, and it's infinitely scrollable. You can have as many people as you want playing this, and in fact, there's not really any rules. I mean, the sheet kind of explains a little bit, but I don't think you're going to look at the sheet and know exactly how to play the game. So Jamie has several videos up now that are tutorials, playthroughs, and it gives you a chance to play the game against the creator himself. And now the cool thing, this was originally called 9 Worlds, and the reason was because each one of these little areas here is based on a Stonemaier game. So this particular one is Tapestry, and you can see that kind of like you have that polyomino, I think that's what it's, the little Tetris blocks to fit on your city map in the game of Tapestry. You kind of have that same idea here. And in Scythe, you have the options of, if you're rolling the dice, do you take the top row action, the bottom row action, or both, or neither? You have that option there, and then they're like wingspan, and you're trying to total the dice up to a certain number. So it's really clever, and for viticulture, you're making wine. So it's such a clever idea to, have this roll and write with all the different games in there in the Stonemaier stable and Charterstone you're opening crates, and parts of each little game are kind of has similar-ish mechanic, or at least pays homage to the original game. So how this actually works is you're going to play 3 rounds, and each one of those rounds you select 3 different realms. It was originally worlds, 3 different realms. So like on the first, round, you might say, okay, we're going to play tapestry, wingspan, and viticulture. And then you'll roll the dice and you'll make choices based on the dice. And you can get little bonuses, in coins and hearts and pumpkins. And they have little bonuses down here so that like you can, down here you can pay 2 pumpkins to adjust a dice by 1 or 2. Or if the dice sum is equal to 7, then you can reuse a dice. And so it seems like there's a lot of meat here for a roll and write game. And if I know it's going to be hard to tell here, and I'm not going to like try and, hey, let me put this up close for you to see because it's not an autofocus kind of camera thing going on right now. But he only announced this thing last week, I believe, and it's already at version 5. So it's something that is, and actually last night I was looking at the rules and it was version 4. Today it's version 5. It's something that continues, he's getting feedback and he's watching, he's actually talking to people as they're playing the games. And so I think it's one of those where it's really evolving. Now, in the game that I watched, I think it was the V3 tutorial, I was watching it on YouTube last night. He goes, I created a game. I'm not going to say it's a good game. So that's Jamie's own critique of his own work. And the fact that it's quickly, adding versions, I think just means that, he's finding different opportunities, or maybe as players, it's one of those things where they say, everything holds up until you put it in front of a user. And so, it's one of those that we probably do things he wasn't expecting and things get adjusted there. But I think it's really cool, not only from the perspective, this thing is infinitely, scroll expandable. So, I can play this, by myself and get a score and compete against myself, or I can watch Jamie's videos and see like what his end score is and play the same, you play the same worlds or the same realms at the same time. So like if you were going to do a playthrough with Jamie, he's rolling the dice on camera, so you're seeing what those numbers are, but also, he's going to tell you whether or not we're playing tapestry, scythe, and wingspan, or what 3 realms you're going to play in each round. And so it's something that I think is really cool, especially if you're feeling a little homesick for a little familiarity. You're missing your game group, rather, that you are missing that game time. So you can have a game night with Jamie, have a game night with, everyone else who's playing this game. And I think the next one is scheduled actually for tomorrow. But just check out Stonemaier Games' Facebook page that he's regularly announcing when he's doing those. And hopefully we'll have more than just the 3 or 4. Hopefully this is something that continues. Maybe not. I think he's done like 3 so far in a week or something. So maybe we don't need to have 3 times a week unless he's enjoying the process too. But it would be nice to have something that continues on. Anyway, that is all I have for you this week. A new Stonemaier game. We didn't even see it coming. That's so cool. But as always, thank you for watching. I hope you're taking care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And while it's not a big platform, it is a little bit of platform. So I'm just going to ask you guys, please, if you can, stay home. If you have orders in place to stay home, please do so. Please try to respect that stick among the people that are in your household. I know it's hard. You miss your friends. You miss your family, especially if you have elderly friends or family that you regularly help. I mean, for their sake, it's hard to stay away. But, in the case that you are able to do so, please do so. That's all I have for this week. Again, take care of yourselves and each other. Thank you for watching. Bye.